Hello, my name is still Vasiliy Tarasenko and I'm a Russian attorney. My team and I help foreigners and foreign companies to solve their problems in the legal sphere in Russia. Employment of foreigners in Russia is a rather complex and painstaking process. One needs to meet a large number of requirements and rules established by law. Therefore, few Russian companies are ready to cooperate with foreign employees, since in case of violation of the rules, it can lead to quite serious fines. In this video, we are going to tell you how to properly apply for a foreigner to work without violating the law and being accountable. The legislation states that foreigners have the right to freely be involved in labor activities, and such is not prohibited by law. The employer has the right to attract foreign nationals to work only if they have a permit to attract workers from abroad. A foreigner has the right to work in Russia also if he or she has reached the age of 18 and has a patent of work permit. Nowadays, you need to take into account several important changes in the foreigners' recruitment order. First, it's by order of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the employment notification forms have been updated. Second, if the employer has tax debts, then they will not be able to obtain a work permit for foreign citizens. Third is that the employer only has to register a foreigner with the Migration Service if the specialists live in a company-owned facility. Be careful, if the procedure for hiring foreigners is violated, the company may be suspended for up to 90 days, according to the new order of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The new employment notification forms now look like this. Conclusion of a labor-civil contract with a foreign worker. Termination of a labor-civil contract. Fulfillment of obligations to pay salary to the foreigner by the employer. Employment of a foreigner in Russia. New forms must be used from January the 1st, 2021. It's worth noting that the package of documents depends on foreigner status. There are three types of status. First, it's a temporarily staying person. These are all foreigners who are in Russia without a residence permit, but with a migration card. Second one is a temporarily resident person. This person who should have a temporary residence permit, usually up to 3 years. And third one is a permanent resident person, if the person is a holder of a 5-year permanent residence permit, which can be extended also. It is issued to only those who have been living in the country for at least 1 year. So, suppose your prospective employee is from a visa country. What are your next steps? Let's discuss it. This is a rather complicated way, which takes a lot of time and requires a work permit. Also, that foreigner must have health insurance. First, it's applying to the employment center. During a month, you will be offered Russian personnel, but in case there are none, the application for attracting foreign workers will be approved. Second, it's obtaining permission from the Ministry of Internal Affairs to attract foreigners to the staff. One must submit an application and pay a fee of 10,000 rubles for each employee. The validity period of the obtained permit is 1 year. Should the employer wish to extend cooperation with the employee, they need to apply again. Application processing takes up to 30 days. Third, it's obtaining a permit to work in Russia from the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The package of documents includes: first, it is a statement. The form was approved by the order of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, number 637, 14th of August 2017. Second is a no HIV and no infectious diseases medical certificate. Also, you shall submit photo of the applicant and a copy of their passport, and all documents must be legalized in Russia. The employee must also pay a state duty, 3,500 rubles, and application processing time is up to 50 working days. Number 4, it's applying for a work visa for a foreigner. Documents may be submitted to the Ministry of Internal Affairs at the same time as a package for a work permit. First one, it's a petition. The form was approved by order number 735 of September 21st. Second is original passport of other identification of the employee. Third, it's a copy of the passport of the worker. Also letters from the guarantee from the employee where they undertake to provide material, medical and housing support. The state duty is 800 rubles, processing time is 20 business days. Number 5 is formalization with company regulations and concluding a contract. This stage includes the employment procedure, familiarizing with job descriptions, signing an employment contract. If a prospective employee is from a visa-free country, then the hiring procedure is much easier. In case the employee is temporarily staying in the country, it will be enough for them to provide a work patent. They can obtain it on their own within 30 days from the date they entered to Russia. They also have health insurance drawn up and register themselves with the migration service in their own. To obtain a patent, it is enough to provide a migration card bearing a note work. Now let's talk about special cases of hiring. If you need a highly qualified professional from a visa country, you don't need to contact the employment center and apply to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. This case is much easier for the employer, but it is much more expensive. Why? Because for such foreign professionals, a minimum salary threshold is set 187,000 rubles per month. But also, such professionals need to obtain a work permit and pay a fee of 3,500 rubles. Employment of a foreigner with a temporary residence permit is not necessarily a separate document. It can be a regular stamp in the passport. Workers from Armenia, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, or Kazakhstan can be hired without any patent or permit. A voluntary health insurance certificate may be added to the standard package of documents, but employer can conclude an arrangement with an insurance company on their own. Within 3 days following the date a foreigner worker was employed, their employer is obliged to notify the Migration Service, no matter what country the foreigner comes from. The notification form was approved by order of the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Russia and also dated July 30, 2020, number 536. By the way, if these requirements are violated, this will lead to a fine of 800,000 rubles or suspension of activities for up to 90 days. It is worth remembering that a company that has hired a foreign employee must pay taxes. If the employee has been living in Russia for more than 183 days, then you need to pay 13% tax. If they stay in Russia for less than 6 months, then the tax is 30%. In 2020, a rule appeared. If a foreigner has been staying in Russia for less than 90 days, then they can voluntarily become a tax resident. To do this, it is enough for them to submit an application through the confirmation of tax resident status online service on the website of Federal Tax Services. So, our limited liability company Intellect-Pravo will help you in consultation and will take over the legal procedure for registering a foreign citizen in Russia Federation. My name is still Vasiliy Tarasenko. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe please to our channel, and I wish you all the best. Bye.